guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be trying out the new Dermacol Full Cover Foundation. I've got the Dermacol here. I actually bought it from Wish. It was £1, and I think with the delivery it was less than maybe £3.80 altogether to come. It actually took a couple of weeks, which isn't really a long time if you order anything from there, because it can take up to a month to come, because I think it comes from China or wherever, Singapore. So I got it in the shade 210. And so I'm going to put this on. I had a spray tan yesterday, so I'm looking, only a light one, I'm looking a little bit browner than normal. So I hope the shade actually matches. I'm going to use the beauty blender that I bought in Slovakia, and I've just realised, there we go, this is called Dermacol also. So I'm going to use this on one side of my face, and then the brush, this brush that I normally use for my foundation, which is actually called a bronzer brush, but I use it for foundation, on the other side. So let's just take this out of the packet. I've heard loads of reviews about this. I've heard about the coverage on it. I mean, I don't really have massively blemished skin anyway, but I do like full coverage sometimes because I'm getting a little bit older, as we all are. And sometimes it's nice to have that flawless finish that you used to have in your 20s. So there's quite a lot in here. Got to pierce the top, and loads actually come out. Right, I've got a pea-sized amount here, and I'm just going to see how much I need. I've got a mirror here as well, so let's just put that on. Right, I'm going to use, on this side, use my, like I've got measles, don't I? I'm going to use my brush that I like to use for my foundation. So it's kind of making me look slightly paler, but that's probably because I got the shade that I should have done for my skin before I had this spray tan. So it does feel quite thick, but I don't feel like I've got loads on my face. That looks really good, doesn't it? It's quite matte as well. Oh, I did just put my eyebrows on before, but they look like I've rubbed them off now. It is quite pale. Right, so there's that half. I could probably put a little bit more, which I've got in the lid here. It's in the corner there. I don't want to go too heavy under my eye, because obviously I've got fine lines, but right, so here's my untouched side, and here's the other side. I look quite white at the moment, quite ghostly, but I'll put some extra makeup on after and see if that makes a difference. So I'll just do this side with the beauty blender. I mean, I don't wear full coverage for like daytime. I find it's a little bit too heavy, but it says do it damp, so I'm just going to dampen this up. Damp sponge. Looks like it's going patchy to me. I'm going to persevere. See what that looks like. This side feels less cakey. I think it's because I've dampened the sponge, and this side kind of looks a little bit drier than I like. I don't know whether you can tell. This side's kind of still got that little like dewish sort of shine to it, and I think it's because the beauty blender's damp. And this side just feels like it's just cracking a little bit around my eyes. Can you see that? In the corners there, because I do get sometimes a little bit of like dark circles. Right. Once I've got it all on now, I don't think it looks too bad. Feels okay, it feels nice. But it's just not, I have got the foundation that I use every day. I kind of like that because it feels like quite dewy and fresh, and you can feel like your skin's coming through a little bit. It's only just a drugstore sort of, you know, your standard Boots sort of foundation. It isn't anything special, but I just personally like it. It is quite liquidy as well. I'll show you what it is as well. My personal go-to foundation for like everyday use is this one. I just find it so fresh and dewy and nice, and it feels like you haven't got any. It just completely like gives you a nice complexion, and it doesn't feel like you're wearing anything basically, but it just gives you that even skin tone, which is what I like. And I don't want to feel like I've got loads on my face as well, but I just find that your skin can kind of breathe with this. And the one that I've got on at the minute, now that I've got the whole face on, I can sort of feel like it is not dead heavy, but I can feel like it's a thicker, creamier foundation than what I'm used to. Maybe it'd be better for night use, maybe when you're going out, but for daytime use, I think it's probably, for me, it's probably a little bit too much. And now that I've got this spray tan, I'd probably change the colour a little bit. But again, I'm going to put the rest of my makeup on. As you can see, there's the colour of my neck as opposed to the colour of my face. I kind of look a bit white. So let me going to put the rest of my makeup on, and I'll come back to you in a second. Okay. I've just finished off the rest of my makeup, and as you can see, it does give you a full cover look. The only downside for me is that I do feel like I've got a lot on my face, which is something that I'm not really used to. You know, what I showed you before, I'm used to wearing quite a light foundation, nothing too heavy, and kind of letting my skin breathe, but I feel like I'm a bit caked at the moment. As much as it gives you this sort of flawless, and I can see that it does give you a flawless finish, it does feel a little bit heavy for me. I'm going to leave it on for the rest of the day and just see how I get on with it, but it isn't going to be my go-to for an everyday kind of makeup cover. If you love full cover, then this is right up your street, but as I say, it is a little bit heavy. I'd probably want to change the colour variant that I use, because I think this is a little bit too pale for me, even though I've tried to bronze it up a little bit. I'd probably go a couple of shades, or maybe 1 or 2 shades darker. But I do like the look of it, especially when now I'm looking at it in the viewfinder. It looks really nice finish. I may wear it for maybe nighttime where you're not going to have it on as long, but it's definitely not for day view for me. Right, so that's it from me today. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope to see you again soon. I do new videos every week, so please subscribe to my channel and click the little bell for the instant notifications. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you again soon. Bye.